All right, Hallmarkies, we are live with Ryan Paevey. Ryan, thank you so much for being here today.
Of course.
Let's jump right in. Your Summer Nights premiere, A Summer Romance, takes place in Big Sky Country. Tell us about these beautiful filming locations.
Oh, man, I don't know if you know anything about me, but I'm like Mr. Outdoor.
Yeah.
So this was, we filmed in Vancouver, so we did not go to Montana, but we filmed in different parts of Vancouver, and I've done a fair bit of exploring at this point, so I'm always really, really grateful for the opportunity to see new spots. And there's one that's like, there's a scene in the film that you're going to see where there's a big grand vista where we're looking at the ranch and stuff like that. Where we shot this is now like on my list of places that I have to go back and explore this place when I have some time.
Oh wow!
Because it was so beautiful, and we had such a dramatic skyline that day, and there was like a weird random waterfall just coming out of a mountain over here, falling into nothing for no reason because there's snow up there melting, and it doesn't have a name. It's just water doing what water does. But it was like fairy tale land. It was absolutely beautiful.
That sounds amazing. How lucky we are to get to see this in the movie. That sounds amazing.
No, I want to go back.
Well, it's on you. Put it on your list and make it happen.
It's on my list.
And now you mentioned that you are Mr. Outdoors, but your character, Richard, is sort of a, quote, city slicker.
A little bit.
Do you feel like you're related to this role at all, or maybe more so to Aaron Krakau's role?
Definitely more to Aaron. Whenever we do these things where there's like a juxtaposition where I'm like a business guy who maybe finds another lifestyle, it's usually the other lifestyle that's kind of me, and I have to figure out the business guy side of things.
Yeah. So how do you prepare for the business guy types of roles?
Well, I mean, I have some experience with it in my own life, so, you know, we all draw on our own personal experiences and stuff like that. To this date, I've never felt comfortable in a suit, but you learn after a while, you know, like I'm much more comfortable in a tuxedo than I am in like a suit. I don't know, something about it.
Yeah. Makes you stand up a little straighter.
Yeah. And my dad's side of the family, you know, our business is construction/real estate, so I got a little bit of personal attachment there as well. So I mean, I have some stuff in my personal life to draw from, but I always come alive when it comes to outdoor stuff because that's just like makes the little kid be happy.
Oh yeah, and speaking of your character, you know, he gets out of his comfort zone by getting his hands dirty. He partakes in farm work and horseback riding. Tell us about filming these scenes.
So horseback riding was awesome. The moment I got the script, I was like, I'm going to be on a horse like so much in this movie. That made me super happy. I did a bunch of training beforehand. I'm still a pretty mediocre rider. I'm okay, but I love animals, and I think they sense that. So horsemanship aside, I usually get along really, really well with the animal. And my horse in this film, his name was Kyle. And Kyle and I were like fast friends. We were super great.
That's awesome.
We did some other stuff too. I milked a cow in this.
Wow.
For the first time ever, like I have no idea, 1,000, 1,100 pound animal next to me with the cutest little girl ever, Ava, next to me as well.
Yes,
and that
Ava
was like,
Grace Cooper.
Dude.
Oh,
my God.
She is a cutie pie. She's on When Calls the Heart
I know.
as Opal.
I know. The Hardys have found us.
Yeah.
It was a trip, you know. Wow. I'm definitely a roll up your sleeves and get dirty kind of guy, so I was super excited about it. Everyone was kind of like, no, I'll do it. You want to go again? I'll do it again.
We'll do it. We'll
do it better.
It again. It's fine.
We can do it better.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It just was a little nerve-wracking on day one because there's an 1,100 pound animal and then the most adorable little girl ever, and they're like, if that cow wants to move, he's going to move. So the plan was basically, if he starts shifting this way, the scene is clearly over, and pick up the child and get away from this thing. So, but it was fun. Everybody had a blast. We had 2 ranch hands there that were, and kind of loosely speaking, my horse trainer as well, and they took care of all the animals, and they were super great, super generous with their time, and I was always kind of like, if I wasn't shooting a scene, I'd kind of like walk over,
what do you
ride
guys
a little
do?
bit more, and they were always really cool. Man,
That's awesome.
They were great. Carrie, this Aussie gent, taught me probably 80% of what I know about horsemanship.
Wow.
Now I kind of got the bug.
Now, your next movie, you need to be a horseback rider.
I'm kind of so, but on the next one, I need to be good at it. Like Ryan needs to feel like I can do this well. I do it well enough. But I have to learn. I got to learn how to gallop.
Yes. In the next one. Well, it sounds amazing. Sounds like you had so much fun learning all of these things. We can't wait to see it come to life during the movie. And we of course have to talk about your co-star Aaron Krakau, who we all recently just watched. You two hosted the Summer Nights preview special, which was very exciting. Can you share any fun behind the scenes moments with her?
Oh man, I mean, Aaron and I had run into each other a bunch of times at our little, get-togethers and parties and stuff like that for Hallmark and stuff. But we never worked together. And anybody who's ever met Aaron, anybody who ever says anything about Aaron always says good stuff because she was great. So I had a blast working with her, and it was also kind of nice because her and Ava are their own little family from When Calls, and they were kind of nice and welcoming there. And she'd worked with a number of the other actors that were on the film as well, so she kind of became an ambassador for me with a lot of people that were there, and there were familiar faces for me as well.
Yes.
David Winning directed, and he directed my very first Hallmark movie ever,
Oh, wow.
Unleashing Mr. Darcy. So
We love those, like a family reunion.
this
sort
was
of.
like a weird. It was like two family reunions,
Yeah.
and then the families introduced themselves to each other, and then the family got bigger.
We love hearing that about Hallmark movies. It
was-
seems like that's how all the sets are.
It kinda
It's a
turns
big
out that
family
way,
environment. That's wonderful to hear. And now many of the Hardys will be tuning in to watch
yeah.
A Summer Romance.
Oh, yeah.
If you were on When Calls the Heart and could play either a Mountie or an outlaw, which would you prefer?
Outlaw, for sure.
Whichever
sure.
gets to be on the horse a little
Come on.
more.
Come on, now. It'll be fine. I get to not shave and ride a horse.
We love it.
Fun.
And now, in A Summer Romance, the ranch is very special to Aaron Krakau's character, Sam. Is there a special place in your personal life that you hold dear?
There's no structure on it, but my dad, actually my mom and my dad and I, the joke is we've been going to this camping place since before I was born, since they went there when she was pregnant with me. But there's a stretch in Kings Canyon called Zumwalt Meadows. It's really, really beautiful,
wow.
and it looks like fairy tale land. And I've been going there since before I was born.
Before you were born, wow.
And Pops and I were actually just up in Mammoth, not too far from there. Other side of the mountains, though. Kings Canyon is on the western side of California's big mountain range. Mammoth's on the eastern side. But that whole chain of, there's like Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. Mammoth is just on the southeast side of that, but it's still kind of, it's in the mountain range, and there's a couple of passes that go through there just north of Mammoth where you can get into Yosemite and all that stuff.
Right, yeah.
So they're all kind of like a family of parks there and a family of mountain ranges.
Yeah.
So I would probably say Kings Canyon is like one of those spots.
Kings Canyon is your spot. Oh, and how fun that you've been going there since before you were born.
That's
that
the
is
joke.
very
That's
special.
the family joke. So.
And now, A Summer Romance is part of Hallmark Channel's Summer Nights, where we're in August now, if you can believe it. We're really in summer. Do you have any fun plans for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, in 3 days I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to jump out of an airplane, and then I'm going to go swim with sharks.
Wow.
And rent a motorcycle.
So doing all of the things this summer.
All of the
Well,
things.
I think I speak for all of us watching when I say good luck.
Oh, it's gonna be
We
great.
hope it all goes well.
Me too. If it doesn't, I won't know.
We're all going to knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Is there a thing? Yeah.
And now, Ryan, aside from jumping out of a plane and swimming with sharks this summer, will you be live tweeting with all of us during your movie?
I will be live tweeting during my movie.
Amazing.
During our movie.
Yes. Oh, well, we can't wait. Before we go, can you please remind everyone watching when they can catch A Summer Romance?
You guys can catch my next Hallmark film, A Summer Romance, Saturday, August 17th.
Yes, at 9 p.m. We will
9
see
p.m.
you Saturday, August 17th, Ryan. Thank you so much.